And there's the final story beat in the game. Now, you saw that there were 7 chapters, but I just called this the final story beat, right? Well... Chapter 7. Chosen to Choose. This music. You and your companions walk into the town square. All around you, homes are on fire, and the sound of distant screams are ever present. Someone else is already there in the square.
Kim, please, we have to go. No! My brother is still in there. He has to be.
How sweet. Don't worry, kid. I'll just be sure to capture your spirit properly this time and reunite you with your dear brother.
I've got water bombs. I'm all hydrated.
As soon as I've dealt with our other guests.
Alchemist!
Use your spell to take down Ronan. Trust him to help. Now, I think this is basically a choice whether or not to kill Ronan. I believe it is. In fact, I'd say I'm 99.99% certain. But we're not going to take down Ronan. Trust Kim to help.
It's okay, Kim. I'm here to help. We'll get your brother back.
Thank you. I'm not afraid of you, demon. I can see my brother still in there, and I will get him back.
Kim's hands glow a brilliant green, and you watch in shock as his eyes turn gold. A mist of magical energy reaching out like vines to ensnare Ronan.
What the?
What kind of magic is this?
Nature magic, baby!
Well, I'll be. Looks like our young friend has learned a new trick.
Quinn's quite the teacher.
Spirit magic. Kim, how did you...
You see the demon leave Ronan's body. You have a moment to strike it. Yeah, I believe this is like, are you sure you want to strike now? No, we are going to let Kim continue.
Come on, Kim. You got this.
I'm not gonna give up on you, brother. I know you've taught me that magic is to be feared, but I've learned that magic isn't wrong or evil. That if I use it right, then it can save people. So I'm going to use it to save you.
Yes.
I'm gonna put you back in control. So show me you really are my great brother who won't bow down to a demon.
And remember the experiment we did with the possession? It can work. There's a flash of light and the echoing scream of the demon of a demon's roar. The light fades and Ronan is still standing. She look. Sorry about that. He looks up, eyes clearing.
Kim?
Yay!
Ronan!
Kim rushes over and throws himself into Ronan's arms. The tall man holds him tightly. The world might snap, like the world might snatch his brother away if he loosens his grip. Aww. I love the sprite work here. For once, we see the true face of Ronan.
You stupidly reckless little... What were you thinking? I could have... I almost...
The man grits his teeth as he holds his brother close.
I'm sorry. So sorry.
You all watch from afar as the two brothers are reunited at last.
This is...
You did it? You removed the demon?
You see...
No, it's still there. But Kim somehow put his brother back in control, so he should be safe. Now, at least. I see. That leaves us with the remaining demon problem to fix. Better get started.
This is it.
Time to seal up that rift and get all those demons back into their prison. Right, we can do this, Metis.
Wait.
What? Oh no. This glitch. No. Save. This is a weird glitch with the game. I don't know what causes it, but... Load.
Wait.
Yeah, it's a weird, funky glitch. I hope they fix it at some point, but it's not game-breaking. Just like, say where... the automatic save points are generous enough, and saving and re-entering fixes the problem instantly. Anyway, back to the story. Ronan has composed himself somewhat and joins you, though his hand never leaves his brother's shoulder.
There's something important I think you should know. When I was under that thing's control, I got a good glimpse into his mind. I know it's hard, after everything I did. But he was trying to protect someone dear to him. Just like I was.
What do you mean?
Those demons. They've been trapped beneath the earth for so long. They're furious, of course, but they're also frightened, in pain. Is it possible? Is there any way to resolve this so they don't have to go back to that place?
Really?
So, you would have us what? Leave them be?
No, I know. I'm not suggesting you let them be free, but... then... is it possible to... end them? Death would be better than whatever that place is.
Yeah, and look at that scenery in the background, like, wow. Like, it's rather simplistic, but it really gives you the scope of what's going on.
About that.
You know, Elizabeth did sort of teach us a new spell.
That's new.
What are you talking about?
Well...
We didn't have to use it since Kim managed to save Ronan, but Elizabeth showed us how to use the locket to kill by sort of unsealing their souls. It's quite costly enough, so it's probably not useful, really.
This is amazing.
That's it.
Huh?
So,
We can use your new skill to get rid of the demons for real. No sealing away like another bomb beneath the town, but permanently gone.
Really?
But how? Metis and I can't exactly go around and fight every single demon in town. Like, we probably can, but that's time consuming, and who knows what damage they could do until then. We have to save our energy if we want to use the giant alchemy puzzle beneath the town to seal away. Oh, catching on. Instead of sealing the demons away, we use the lock beneath the town to amplify this destruction spell. The demons won't know what hit them.
This is...
Would that really be able to reach all across town? If it works for the sealing spell, then surely it will work for this destructive spell too, though...
although...
Doing something like this, compared to merely sealing them away, that's going to demand a lot more power. Like how much? like an amount that will probably drain every demon in Metis's locket, and mine as well.
So you are saying, if I give up everything, then all of these spirits will be free?
Mm.
Mime.
I can do it.
Brother?
I still have the alchemy locket, and if I use the power of the demon inside me, that should be enough, correct?
Probably, but that would re-establish the link between you and the demon. There's no way you would be able to keep him out, and then I don't think you'd survive that.
I am responsible for all of this. If I hadn't interrupted the Outlander, if I hadn't let this demon inside, then the seal wouldn't have broken in the first place. I have to set things right.
I don't like those choices. Yeah, so now we're in the exact same place I was with my other character. I saved right here. These are the three choices we have. Ronan sacrifices himself. He dies. Kim loses his brother. Mime makes the sacrifice. We live, but Mime dies. Or we go back to the original plan. They live. Both of them live. But the demons live but the demons go back to their pained existence for who knows how long. And again, there is no wrong choice here. Now, I originally chose this, hoping that somehow our combined power would somehow allow mine to live. But that's not how it works. There is no ending where you have your cake and can eat it too. No matter what, something's gonna suck. But at the same time, I think having an ending like that would have cheapened the story. Remember what Ronan said before? If you try to please, the most tragic heroes are the ones who try to please everyone. You can't please everyone. So it would cheapen it to have the ending where everyone is happy. This is just much more powerful in the grand scheme of things, and I commend Galdra Studios for sticking to their guns and not having a super secret unlockable ending where everyone is happy and get what they want. Anyway, on to the choice. Here's the thing. No way in hell I'm going to survive Mime. I'm going to sacrifice Mime. If you haven't been listening, she's my baby. I will protect her until the end. At the same time, I don't really want to sacrifice Ronan either. We're essentially killing the only other person and the only other family Kim has ever had. But this is not the solution to me. To me, this feels like applying a Band-Aid to a gaping wound, and like it might work. It's only a temporary fix. But keep in mind, this is still a viable option. This is just not the choice I would personally. This is just not the choice I would make in good faith, really. So, my voice breaking again. So, we are going to let Ronan go out a hero. It's not a bad way to go out.
Ronan, we're counting on you.
Thank you.
No!
I know, Kim, I'm sorry. I don't like making this choice.
It isn't fair! I just got you back! You can't!
I know. I'm being a shitty older brother. But what kind of brother would I be if I didn't fix the mess I created?
Well, technically, it was the demon possessing you that created the problem. So I think you're fairly blameless in this.
The demons deserve to rest. And this town deserves peace that won't be broken by a couple of pickaxes.
Ronan.
It's only fair, honestly. You gotta give me a chance to outshine you a little.
Be a hero, Ronan.
I mean, I've been gone for a few weeks and all of a sudden my baby brother's saving the world.
I'm gonna cry.
I always knew you were a smart kid. You deserve more than what this rundown town can offer. I bet you're gonna be out there learning magic. And fighting dragons or something. And you'll be a great mage. I'm sure of it.
I'm sure too.
So just let me be the cool brother for a minute, okay? Before you surpass me completely.
Kim tears up but nods, throwing himself at his brother, who hugs him tightly.
You will
Tightly.
always be my cool big brother.
Aw.
Thank you. I'm proud of you, Kim. Don't forget that.
Kim pulls away, and Quinn steps up to wrap their arm around his shoulder, nodding at Ronan.
I'll make sure he's taken care of.
Thank you.
Ronan unwinds the locket, and from around his neck... I'm ruining the scene. Ronan unwinds the locket from around his neck and holds it out. Golden light spreads, and you can hear the mirage inside roar with fury. Time to end this. Sorry, Ronan. The spell blasts out, and everything turns white. And so the spell swam through the city, releasing the townsfolk from the demon's hold and setting the spirits free at last. And then Mini Valley woke up to a fresh start, and once the demon hunters arrived, they found no trace of the magic left behind. Likewise, the heroes responsible for the miracle that had happened were nowhere to be found, leaving the sparrows to tell their tale to the befuddled government officials. As the dust settles and your journey comes to an end, you find your mind drifting. You're floating in that space between dream and waking. A sea of color without substance. You drift along in the quiet. You drift along in the quiet, at peace.
It's time to wake up.
The world comes rushing into focus, and you open your eyes.
Did you space out again, darling? I don't think it's polite polite to be napping at your own celebration party.
You are sitting in the anemone fields, Quinn seated beside you, watching you with amusement. Celebrations? What celebrations?
Actually,
Honestly, it's more of a farewell party at this point. Now that the threat of the demons has been dealt with, everyone is splitting up again to go on their own paths. It makes sense for us, though, to have one peaceful moment together like this. You've accomplished something quite extraordinary, after all. Where's Mime?
Mime?
I'm sure I heard her voice. There's a flash of confusion in Quinn's eyes, and then they smile. Last I saw her, she was having a cake eating competition with Caden. I think she might have won as well. Wow, mine. In any case, she's around here somewhere. Must have been tired. I must have dozed off for a moment there.
so that's how it is.
Can't really blame you. You must be exhausted. I try to stay awake for a longer while though. For a while longer though, and get a word in with everyone here. Who knows when we'll ever get to see each other again once everyone spreads to the winds. What will you do after this?
So...
What's your plan once all of this is over, Quinn? After everything that's happened, I suppose my old normal won't be coming back. And I'm surprisingly okay with that. My customers are already starting to come back, and many new faces are joining them. The fact that my magic was used to revive the dead forest has broken a barrier between us I never hoped to cross. For the first time since I got in here, I actually feel like I belong. That's amazing to hear.
That's amazing.
That's amazing to hear, Quinn. Congratulations. I couldn't have done it without you, my friend. The future is looking up for this little valley.
Another thing.
It's going to be quiet when everyone leaves, though. I knew all along that Anne would be leaving for the academy when she was done with her studies here, but it still stings a little. I made her promise to write more often, though. I hope you will be happy.
That sounds nice.
I hope that no matter what might happen, you'll find happiness in this place.
Thank you.
I already have, my friend. Now don't hang around here. You got people to talk to. Go on, have fun. Yeah, this is your congratulations. You get this is like the epilogue. So yeah, same thing. We are going to start with Victoria and with mine. And then, oh yeah, there's also this spot with a particular scene. And obviously, if you sacrifice Mime, she won't be here. Obviously. To the market.
I see you're done napping. I am honestly at a loss for what will happen next.
I am no longer bound to the Empire. I still wish to change the system. Perhaps I'll pull some strings, take a page out of Michael's book, and work from the shadows. As long as I get to do it my way. You'll find time for me as well, as well. I'm looking forward to seeing it.
That's great.
I'm looking forward to seeing you turn the Empire upside down, breaking their voices.
This is the plan.
I will make it. I will make a difference. You have my word. I almost can't believe we actually did it. It's hard to believe that in the end, it was Ronan himself who saved us. He did it for his brother.
I see.
He did it all to give his brother a brighter future. He was an admirable man despite it all. Indeed. To love someone so much, while also finding it within his heart to empathize with the demons that brought him so much pain. He was a remarkable person. Now we stand before a new future, and I have questions. If I return to Eronidus, not as a knight, but something else, if I were to use my skills to get justice my way, would you walk that path with me? Of course, mine would have to agree as well. It's not an easy path to head down, but even so, I want you with me. I'm ready.
I'm ready.
I'm ready, Victoria. Whatever you need, I'll be there to support you.
I see.
I thank you. I'm not usually good at asking for help, but I think I'm going to be grateful for yours. She didn't ring the bell too often, and I'm guessing.
Thank you.
I want you to know that you mean a lot to me, and I'm going to make this work, no matter what lies ahead. Hayden. You find Caden in the mines, the tall outlander inspecting the location of his once failed ritual. He smiles when he sees you approach.
I think I might have overindulged on food today, but it's an odd feeling.
Sorry.
To have no strings holding me back, no obligations pulling me in a certain direction. I've been looking at maps, trying to figure out where I'd like to go first, but I came to the conclusion that I might just begin walking and see where the world takes me. It would be strange. Frightening, honestly. But an adventure for sure.
Just don't get lost. You deserve it. You deserve a chance to do something just for you.
Thank you.
I'm looking forward to this new adventure. It is quite an achievement we've made. How are you holding up with all this? How are you feeling? I'm relieved. I'm relieved that it's over. That makes sense, given everything we've been through. I pray that mercy will allow you a moment of respite now. You deserve it. Anne. You find Anne sitting in her chair, furiously scribbling away in her notebook.
Just a second. I need to get these final thoughts down. I just got a sudden inspiration for a new angle to my research. Since I can't use the findings I've completed here as a thesis, I better get started on a new project.
Thank you, Anne. Thank you, Anne, for keeping this a secret. Not for keeping the research a secret, might mean my voice breaking.
Actually...
Don't thank me, you were right. This sort of knowledge would be unwise to publish with so many people out there ready to exploit it. It's strange, but I'm actually also looking forward to traveling a bit more, getting to see more of the continent in my research for a new angle. After having faced down demons, coping with a few dismayed villagers seems like a walk in the park. So much has happened since I arrived in this town. When I think back on it, I'm horrified that I let myself get dragged into this mess, but some other part of me is grateful. I don't think I'm the same person I was when I started out. I like the new me. Modest too. You've done great.
Glad.
You've done great for yourself, Anne. I'm looking forward to seeing where you go from here. You and me both, my friend. I have to write down the rest of my notes before I forget. Before I forget what I was thinking about. I'll see you later, Master Alchemist. Michael. Oh yes, and a little thing, if you romance Anne, at least in my playthrough, she asks if you would join her. You find Michael sitting beneath a tree, staring at the blackened branches above.
The sparrows haven't returned to this place yet, but I'm sure they will be soon. Singing Rune's latest masterpiece. I wonder if we will be in it.
So we just like quote an advertising sparrow when we first met Michael.
I won't be staying to find out, though. I'm a man on a mission now, after all.
I'm going to use what I found here to make a positive change on the world, even if it's just a tiny one. Who are you? You have a plan?
I wonder.
You sound like you have a plan. I wouldn't truly be me if I didn't have one last scheme up my sleeve, no? Michael pulls from his coat a small leather-bound book with a sign of the Archivist marked on the cover.
Look.
Please don't mention to Victoria I saved this. I fear she might be rather cross with me. It is not much, but it is a start. Somewhere for me to begin in this new mission of mine to hold the Empire accountable.
I mean, sure, there's no set deadline, but I do finally feel a sense of purpose.
No deadline needed. If you change the world little by little, it adds up.
I'm still getting used to that.
Don't mess it up. It suits you.
That's great.
Being driven by a goal suits you. I hope you stick to it.
Let's see.
I have a feeling I will, or else a disgruntled alchemist might come and knock me back to my senses. You've been a most trusted friend, and through all of this, I'm grateful for you, for your help. Don't get sappy on me. We'll see each other again.
About that.
I'm sure our paths will cross again in the future. I look forward to it. Ending with mine, we're going here. There is a particular scene here. You find Kim standing off to the side alone, staring out in the forest with a faraway look in his eyes.
Hi, Alchemist. Sorry, I was a bit lost in thought there. I still can't believe that he's gone.
Ah, Kim. I really want to apologize, but I'm gonna be brave here.
So...
He did a very incredibly brave thing, your brother. He was a great man.
I just wanted...
I know, it just still hurts so much. Ronan sacrificed himself to save all those spirits, to save me. He became a hero. Now it's up to me to do something that, bleh. Now it's up to me to do something with what he's left behind.
Look,
I'll go to the academy and become a great nature mage who can save spirits and humans alike, just like him. I'm glad I got to see you one last time before I leave, Metis. You'll do great.
about that.
I'm sure you'll do great, Kim.
Thank you.
I'll do my best.
Actually,
Honestly, I'm starting to look forward to it a little bit. I might even make some new friends there. And what lucky friends they'll be. Now my baby.
Hi! Over here! I saved a cake for you.
Cake! You sit down with my among the anemone flowers, and she smiles brilliantly. With everyone talking about their plans for leaving, it makes me feel a little sad. We've made some amazing friends here, but now we have to part. But now we have to part ways. Seems unfair. Even Victoria. I won't mention that for a specific reason. We'll see them again.
about that.
We'll see each other again, I'm sure.
Got it.
That's a nice thought. You know what you know that? You know what? You know what? That makes me feel better. No punctuations there. Weird. It's not farewell. It's see you soon. I do find it kind of interesting what sort of adventures we might get to in future. Being stuck with you is certainly going to ensure that I never get bored. I'm looking forward to it.
I wonder.
I'm looking forward to the future ahead. A sneaky duo on our grand adventures.
Thank you.
Aww. My baby. Thank you, Metis, for being my friend and through all of this. I'm grateful for everything. And finally, the alchemy shop is quiet. If Elizabeth is no longer here, even if Elizabeth is no longer here, you can still feel her calm presence linger in the air. Yeah, this is like last chance and sort of thing. You know the type. Have you done everything you wanted to do? And move on. I'm ready. You close your eyes and breathe in deep. And the doors to the shop burst open.
Hi!
Metis! Come on now, everyone's waiting. She grabs you by the hand, and you can't help but smile as she grabs you out into the light to rejoin your friends.
At last.
And this is pretty much the epilogue of the game. And that is how the tale of the Spirit Alchemist comes to a close. Anemone Valley was saved, and the demons once imprisoned were finally set free.
Let's see.
The attempts of the Paragon to keep this incident a secret have failed, as news of the death of his Knight Commander spread to Eridus, sent further onward into the central capital. With another election coming up and a movement among the public of growing doubt in his abilities to keep the dark creatures as a magic in check, his rivals were smelling blood in the water. Politics as usual. That's just old politics for people who care about such things. The real story is what happened to the alchemist and her companions. The city of Anemone Valley was in quite the state after the dust had settled. There were those who felt resentful and wished to lash out at the magic users in retaliation. Such voices, however, were quickly beaten down by those whose hearts had been captured by the kind flower mage Quinn. Their shop, the shop became a symbol of hope and new beginnings, and later a place to learn and share knowledge as Quinn began teaching. The mines might have closed, but an Anemone Valley bloomed, and as humans, nature, and magic came to work together towards a brighter future. I'm sorry, I'm like holding back so many emotions right now.
Well,
Victoria left the Knights, finding that her own morals no longer aligned and with their way of doing things. With her detailed knowledge of the inner workings of both the Knights and the Demon Hunters, she began digging on her own. With the help of her alchemist and her spirit friend Mime, they began unraveling the corruption of Eridus from the shadows. Metis and Victoria never stayed apart after this, fighting the good fight to make Eridus a better place together.
how interesting.
Michael kept his list from the remains of the now burned Archivist Library, and with it, he began hunting down those who had been behind the cleansing and had taken his family and so many others. He wasn't completely engulfed by the thoughts of revenge, however. One could still find the colorful mage creating chaos in taverns across the continent, and occasionally he would find his he would make his visits to the Mage Academy in the south, checking in on a certain mage child, though he would never make his presence known.
No.
Anne made good on her promise and destroyed all her research about the Spirit Locket. Her original plan of earning her professor title before summer's end wasn't quite successful, but she took to the road and traveled the lands in search of her new research. She came to find she didn't mind the wait. And she finally was ready to present her new case. She brought her invaluable experience. She brought her invaluable experience from her life on the road back to the academy. As a professor, she made a point of teaching her students about both the trials and wonders of waiting for them about the trials and wonders waiting for them outside their school, and to calm those who might be fearful of the future. She also made changes by pushing for permission to allow pets into the campus premises. Something that immediately earned her the title of teacher of the year among the student body. Of teacher of the year among her student body. I worded that wrong. Caden disappeared after the valley had been saved. Relieved of the burden he had placed upon himself. Ooh, this is different. Relieved of the burden he had placed upon himself, Caden finally followed his heart and traveled across the continent. He was careful to stay out of the eye of the Empire, but everywhere he went, a trail of new songs sung by the sparrows was left behind. Singing songs of the adventures of a shadowy vigilante, doing their part to make the world a better place. The end. Yeah, that bit with Caden was totally different. I got a completely different one with him before. And there's a lot of... That just shows how much replay value this game has.
Indulge me.
So what do you think, Madam Alchemist? Do I do the story justice? You did a wonderful job, Rune, as always. I'm sure the story will be a popular one of yours for years to come.
Happy to oblige.
You flatter me. It is time, my love.
I see.
Oh yes, I suppose we have been lingering here long enough.
I appreciate it.
Thank you, Rune, for indulging an old woman's curiosity.
Happy to oblige.
It has been an honor. Safe travels, Madam Alchemist.
Thank you, dear.
You as well. And so I am left with but one audience member left. Truly the end of a tale, or is it?
I'll be seeing you.
I hope to see you back here or again one day, hero. What a great game. And yeah, there are differences depending on what you do. I am going to do the other endings, the other paths, so to speak. I'll cut out what's relevant and for future videos in the series. But we did it. We beat up at Arcadia Fallen, and I believe this is worth the awards. And good luck to them on the next one. This has been a great game and a fantastic experience. This is money well worth. This is well worth the money, and it's very cheap. So if you're looking for a good visual novel, or something in the fantasy setting, pick up this game. However, before we end off, let's wait a little bit, because I want to see that intro one more time.
From the shimmer of light in the workshop, you felt safe to the broken glass. In the streets, reflecting a fright. Desperation can set the stage for acts of villainy, and heroes may need to confront their demons in more ways than one. For a choice to be made, you must overcome the binding and twining of souls upon. So strong if they just keep you bold and tall. Yes, you. What will you do when the call for action beckons you to choose? Yes, you. What will you be? A hero, a villain, or a monster indeed?
Still a fantastic intro. So yes, I implore you. I will show the other variation, the other endings here, the ones I have earned at least. But I implore you, even if you've seen this, please get this game. Support the developers, and create your own story. See where you land up in the scale. See how many variations you can find. But anyway, I'm dragging the song on a bit. This has been in quite the journey. Thank you all for joining me. I don't know what game I will do next. I'm considering it. I'll start uploading it as soon as the new video as soon as it's ready. But until then, I'm Metis Balaska, signing out.